Yo, what's up guys? Kai here, and welcome back to Let's Play Star Ocean: The Last Hope, the movie, the game. In between episodes, I did some farming for the items needed to complete a few quests. Pickled plums, white rice, and insect eggs can all be harvested from the gathering points in the area. You can also get insect eggs from killing the insects, and white rice from killing the killer crabs. And while doing that, I also learned a few new beats. For Reimi, we learned MP cost minus 25% during rush mode, so that'll be pretty good. And for Edge, we learned double blind sides, but we'll talk about this when it becomes relevant in the very next dungeon. Alright, so we're back here at the Discount Emil Cavern because if you come back here after getting promoted, but before leaving Aeos, we get a little cutscene here at these luminescent flowers. And this is the first of many of what are called private actions. These are a staple to the series, and simply put, they are conversational events between the party members that mainly serve as character development and sometimes comedy relief, but they also affect the relationships of the characters involved. Edge, don't be creepy. And another long-running feature of the series is being able to choose how you react to these situations, and how you do will either bolster the affections of the characters with one another, or it can have a negative impact and leave them thinking less of you. Unfortunately, there is no way to readily check the relationship levels between the party members. It's more of a hidden stat. The only tangible way to know that two characters are growing close is if one of them dies in battle and the others will scream out in rage and go berserk. They actually get the berserk status too, which is a nice touch, along with a full rush gauge. And there are actually battle trophies for getting enraged as well. But anyway, the best option here is to compliment Reimi. Aw, she's embarrassed. Aw, yeah, we in there. Okay, so now I'm going to meet you back at the exploration base so we can turn in those quests and be on our way. So I'll be right back. Alright, made it back to the base in one piece. So let's go turn this junk in, collect the last of the treasures, and be on our way. Or not. What do you mean my inventory is full? The game just started. Yeah. For whatever reason, just like in the Tales of series, we can only hold 20 of any one item. So in this case, we'll have to either discard or use a blueberry in order to get credit for this chest. There we go. And over here we get some crafting materials. Okay, let's start by turning in the side quest first. Surely she'll make it worth our effort. What? That's it? A single aquaberry? Gee, thanks. Thank you so much. Well, at least we got a good amount of party SP. Ooh, we also get recipe memo number 20. Not that we can actually make that item yet, but it's there. And generally speaking, the quest rewards in this game are not very good. You mostly want to do them for the party SP. Anyway, if you come back to the command center here, after getting promoted to captain, we can get the data for the upgraded Calnus. So we'll put that on screen really quick here. The modifications made to the craft have helped it realize a 25% boost in warp speed. Alright. Maybe now we can hit ludicrous speed. Okay, the last order of business is to turn in these shop orders. Hey, how's it going? Another good chunk of party SP. And if you complete every shop order, then you get 10% off whenever you shop at that location in the future. Not that great, but still better than nothing. Hey, what do you mean take care of Reimi for you? Who are you to her? Kind of reminds me of Johnny from Final Fantasy VII. I like how they did him in the remake, it was pretty funny. Sounds good to me, although... Oh, you don't have a railgun. I was going to say, if you're like the other guards here holding a gun, I don't know how effective you're going to be at protecting the base. But alright, before takeoff, let's have a chat with Reimi. Yeah, they are leagues and leagues ahead of us. Well, at least we still have the showers upstairs. We do. They even have washers and dryers in there. It's pretty fancy. And if we talk to Faize, we get a monster jewel. Alright, so basically what Faize is talking about here is if we go into our collections and open the bestiary, you'll see that every entry has a gauge underneath it. And every time you defeat an enemy, you'll increase that gauge by a small percentage. And when it gets to 100%, if you have a monster jewel, you can transfer that data to the monster jewel and then wear that as an accessory. How does that even work? But as you can see here, the stats you get are not that good for the enemies at this point in the game. Some of the enemies later on, oh, they're very good. But for right now, it's really not worth it. Even this one, which actually is pretty good. Looking at the boss, you get 100 HP for its monster jewel. And if you press the square button, you can toggle to see more info on these accessories here. But the thing about bosses is that you can only fight them once per playthrough, and you don't get 100% analysis rate like I think you should. So one thing you could do is save your game before you fight the boss, and then afterwards save your game to a new slot, reload the old one, kill the boss again, save on the new file, rinse and repeat until you max out the analysis here. But again, it's not worth it. In fact, none of these enemies are worth it. So for right now, we're just going to hold on to the monster jewel for later. Sounds good. Let's go.
Main engine ports connected. Well, how does the captain's chair feel?
So, this is how Crow sees the world.
Edge?
Being a captain means you have to take responsibility for an entire ship, an entire crew. It's a heavy responsibility. Crow bears this burden every day of his life.
Buck up, Edge. Look, you're one step closer to Crow now. Right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Besides, we three comprise the entire crew of the Calnus.
Now that you mention it, I guess we do. So listen, don't let this get to you. Just be yourself, okay?
Thanks, Reimi. One day, I'll be able to bear this responsibility properly. I swear it.
Star Ocean, here we come!
Captain, launch preparations complete.
Likewise, ready to depart.
All right? Calnus, engage!
Yes, sir!
And we're off. Thanks for the free technological upgrade to our ship. In return, we'll just leave you with a ticking time bomb plot device. See ya! Alright, sounds good to me. Alright, so if you examine the captain's terminal here, you can see that the distance remaining to our destination is 90%. And when it gets down to 0, well, we arrive. And there are two ways to advance the time, or pass the time, as it were. You can either come upstairs to Edge's room and sleep until arrival, or you can engage in private actions, and that's what we're going to be doing. But real quick here, here's the showers. It's a pretty nice setup, you know. It's not super fancy, but it's comfortable. Got a washer and dryer, like I said earlier. Although I can see how a nice hot bath would be appealing to a lovely lady like Reimi. More of a shower guy myself. But also, now that we're captain, we can make room assignments. And basically what this does is characters who are roommates will have their affection levels for one another increased over time. And it's based on story progression, not your actual play timer. Hey Reimi, want to sleep with Edge? No, it's not that easy. It's going to take more work than that, Edge. You can't just call her beautiful once and expect to be in there. But for right now, let's put Edge together with Faize. And real quick about the relationship values. That value is how the game determines which character endings you get. In other Star Ocean games, you had to worry about a friendship level and a romantic level, or doing specific private action chains with the right choices, or even choosing to recruit specific characters over others, and it was a little obtuse to get some of the special endings. But thankfully in this game we only have to worry about the one relationship value, and if we get it over a specific number, then we'll get that character's ending. And just to reiterate, we are going to be getting all of the endings in this playthrough. Even Faize, who is the only party member who requires specific things to be done. It's kind of odd how he gets the only ending like that. I guess that's just another reason why he's an interesting character, design-wise. I'm sure there's no other reason. There are other ways to increase or decrease affection levels, such as there's items you can make that you can put in the rooms that will increase or decrease the relationship levels between those that are in there, but it's a waste of time. As long as you're doing private actions and you're not being a total scumbag, you should have no trouble getting all of the endings. Okay, so let's go... Whoops. Okay, that's item creation. Let's go back and talk to Reimi for the first private action. Yeah, that's me. Well, yeah. What are we, 18, 19 years old at most? No, they all kind of died. What do you mean? I feel bad for Edge in this situation here. He's got Deputy Director Douchebag being, well, a douchebag, and he just has to sit there and take it. But that's the way things like this work, especially in the military or any other kind of organized service with ranks. You just have to sit there, do what your boss tells you, and put on the face. Yeah, Nasty's putting it nicely. I like how everyone else hates his guts, too. I give you props, Edge, though. I couldn't sit still in a situation like that. I'm a little bit of a defiant little bastard. I like to speak my mind. Well, you probably would have been wiped out, and humanity would have been doomed. Way to be the bigger man, Edge. And that little noise indicates that our progress has advanced by 10%. Alright, let's go have a look around for the next private action. Hey guys. Yeah, we've seen this anime before. Of course he's a rival. And of course, Crow's better than Edge at, well, everything. Ha ha. Damn, Crow's a beast. Oh, I like the banter. And this is just the beginning. Yeah, that is true. Okay, for the next private action, I believe we have to leave the recreation room and then re-enter. Oh wait, no. The next one is upstairs. I think we talked to Reimi. Yeah, there she is. Good one, Edge. Good one. What else is she gonna stare into? We're in outer space. Edge. I don't think she meant literally, but yeah. That would be pretty scary, not gonna lie. I think we know more about space than we do the bottom of our own ocean. Weight of the World? No. Good song, though. Very good song. Way to be supportive, Edge. Being in their situation would be extremely stressful. Just imagine all that pressure. But it'd be pretty exciting, too, getting to go to outer space and traveling around like that. I think that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, that is one way to look at it. Edge is a caring soul. Yeah, that's pretty accurate, Faize. Unfortunately, that is very accurate. Why are the Eldarians helping the Earthlings anyway? One of you mentioned in the comments that it seems really sorry that that happened, Faize. Yeah, we want to be sympathetic here. But yeah, I mean, one of you mentioned, why are the Eldarians helping the Earthlings if they're so far ahead of us in terms of technology and science and all that stuff? That's a good question. Usually in fantasy settings, elves are kind of closed off and, they have that air of superiority and things like that. Maybe they're just good people. Who knows? Alright, now I think we have to leave the rec room and then re-enter for the next private action. Yeah, there we go. Whoa, a scythe? If only we had a party member that wielded a scythe. That would be pretty badass. And for this one, we're going to choose to open up a little bit to Faize. What do you mean? A biological weapon left over from the war. I don't think they ever go into detail about biological weapons, or the war for that matter. Seems like they just kind of shoehorned that in there for the sake of story. Yeah, you're just a kid. What could you do? And all this time I thought it was because you're named Edge. That is true. Can't dwell on the past forever. But what planet have we arrived at? And how bad could the voice acting possibly be? Find out next time. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Kai, and I'll see you next time. Take care.